The $500 million mistake, or? Picture this. This is not a hypothetical nightmare. It is the agonizing reality of James Howells, an IT engineer from Newport, Wales. Back in August 2013, James was doing a routine home cleanup. He had two identical 2.5-inch laptop hard drives sitting in a drawer. Now remember, they are identical, right? One was completely blank. Oh my word, I did not know that part. The other contained a cryptographic private key file. That single key was the only gateway to 8,000 Bitcoin that James had personally mined back in 2009, when Bitcoin was worth next to nothing. The story gets worse. He was meant to toss out the blank drive. Instead, he made a fatal mix-up. He placed the $1 million hard drive into a black garbage bag, left it in the hallway, and his then partner accidentally took it to the local garbage dump. By the time James realized what he had done, it was too late. His fortune was already buried deep beneath thousands of tons of compressed municipal waste, or garbage as they say in the US. But in the world of cryptocurrency, there is no password reset or customer service hotline. Without that exact physical drive, those coins are locked away forever on the blockchain. For over a decade, this mistake has completely consumed James, transforming his daily routine into a full-time, obsessive 9-to-5 mission to get his property back. He knows exactly where the trash truck dumped his bag. He even narrowed the location down to a specific section of the landfill called Area 2 Inches. Yet standing between him and his digital vault is a wall of local government bureaucracy. The high-tech master plan. Finding one 2.5-inch hard drive inside a massive 1.4 million-ton landfill sounds completely impossible. But James didn't just show up with a shovel. He spent years assembling a world-class team of environmental experts, data recovery specialists, and heavyweight hedge fund investors. Together, they designed a multi-million-dollar, state-of-the-art excavation strategy. The plan looks like a high-tech sci-fi movie. First, heavy machinery would safely excavate the target section of the dump. The waste would then pass through conveyor belts equipped with AI-powered sorting arms and automated optical scanning systems programmed to recognize the exact shape and density of a hard drive. To secure the perimeter and scan for gas leaks, they planned to deploy automated drones and robotic search dogs from Boston Dynamics. James was so confident in this strategy that he offered the Newport City Council a massive 25% cut of the recovered fortune, which would mean a massive multi-million-dollar payday for local community infrastructure. Being the council, they told James to take a hike. But James was not having any of their nonsense. Despite the promise of a massive financial windfall, the Newport City Council has repeatedly given James a firm, unyielding no. Local authorities refuse to permit any digging on the Docksway landfill site, citing extreme environmental risks. Listen, it is a landfill site, you donuts. They argue that excavating a decades-old landfill would puncture sealed waste pockets, releasing toxic greenhouse gases, disturbing hazardous materials, and threatening the surrounding ecosystem, said the fat bloke in the bowler hat. Furthermore, sir, under British law, once items are thrown into a municipal dump, they legally become the property of the council. Frustrated by over 10 years of closed doors, James escalated the situation into an all-out legal war. He launched a massive high court lawsuit against the council, demanding access or nearly £500 million in financial compensation. The guy in the bowler hat still said no. However, the UK courts dealt James a devastating uppercut body blow. A High Court judge officially dismissed the case, ruling that the lawsuit had no realistic prospect of success. The judge in his 90s noted that after greater than 10 years subjected to intense pressure, moisture, and chemical corrosion underground, the drive's data architecture is likely completely destroyed anyway. To make matters worse, James was ordered to pay a crushing £117,000 in legal fees back to the council. Listen, if you have made it this far into the video, subscribe and like. Comment what you would do. The ultimate move: buying the waste site. With his legal appeals thoroughly blocked in the UK courts, James executed an unexpected, desperate pivot on his back foot. The Newport City Council announced plans to officially close the landfill to prepare the land for a massive solar farm. Seizing on this window, James bypassed the courts entirely and submitted a formal £25 million offer to straight-up buy Area 2 of the waste site. Under this audacious deal, James would not only purchase the land, but would also absorb 100% of the site's future environmental liabilities, which are estimated to cost tens of millions of pounds over the next 40 years. The council, however, is refusing to even review the purchase offer until James pays off his outstanding 6-figure court debt. James exhausted, out of options, and facing immense financial strain. Recent updates indicate that James has finally started to step back from his 12-year landfill obsession. He is even pivoting to launch his own independent cryptocurrency, called, no promotions here, to try and rebuild his lost wealth from scratch. It remains a staggering, modern tragedy of the digital age, a man standing on the edge of a garbage dump, knowing a generational fortune is buried right beneath his feet, completely unable to touch it. What would you do if you were in his shoes? Would you spend 12 years fighting a city council for a broken piece of metal? Or would you have walked away years ago? Let me know in the comments below, smash that like button, hit subscribe, and turn on notifications for more crazy tech stories. See you in the next video. Disclaimer: this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, and not professional financial advice.